Hey, what's up, guys? Bringing you another video today, and this one's one I've wanted to make for a couple of days now, and I was just waiting for the correct footage to come out before I could give you guys sort of a breakdown on it and explain it a little bit more. So, some of you may have seen some footage of this, and it's to do with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma as a leader, and the synergies that they have, in particular against General Anakin Skywalker. And I just wanted to break down some footage that I've seen today, explain it a little bit more, and explain why I think this actually might be the best gas counter out there for First Order with Kylo Ren, because you're not having to use any of those OP dark side characters like Revan and Malak, and you can utilize a character like Captain Phasma, who's been almost obsolete for 3 years, possibly longer than that. She was one of the best characters in the game when the game's inception, but she's super outdated now. But I think they updated her leadership, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, but it does actually have some viability now. So let me just explain. So, as you can see on the screen here, we've got her leader ability, and the main thing that we're looking at here, obviously, First Order allies are getting that 60% chance to assist, which is important and is big. But the main thing is that when First Order allies have advantage, they can't be critically hit. And one of the things we're seeing that makes Kylo susceptible to gas is those big crits that he's putting out, which is reducing his cooldowns of all the First Order allies, and he's putting out really big damage. So if we can keep the First Order from being critically hit, they're going to stay alive longer, and that end phase, that end matchup where gas is on his own, is going to look a lot prettier. So one character I think that is 100% necessary in this is Kylo Ren Unmasked, and that is because of this part of his ability. So just here, when Kylo takes damage, he recovers 8% health, and a random First Order ally who doesn't have it gains advantage for 2 turns. So basically what this means is when Kylo's taunting, all First Order allies are going to constantly have advantage, and I think this is really important because it means that the team's going to constantly have advantage. They're going to keep regaining it if they're using it, so long as you keep Kylo alive. There's obviously other ways to gain advantage on the team as well, but this seems like one of the ways that's going to keep it constantly coming. The clones are going to be constantly hitting Kylo, and everyone's going to keep advantage, which means they can't be critically hit. So let's just jump into the footage, and I've got 2 here by this guy called Max Payne, so shout out to him. Let's just jump straight into it. Turn the volume off there. As you can see, the start's pretty much the same as usual. You're not going to get as much damage out of your Kylo with this method, but it's certainly it's prettier to watch when gas is down to himself, because you don't feel like he's ever going to have that chance to overpower your whole team. Now, supporting cast is interesting here. I think that the front 3 characters, both Kylo's and Phasma, are absolutely 100% necessary. Hux, I think, is necessary. Could probably switch him out actually, but necessary in terms of making it optimized. And then Sith Trooper, I think you could replace him with First Order Officer, because you got to remember with First Order Officer, whilst you're not having the damage that you get with Sith Trooper, you are giving Kylo a lot of turns. So that is obviously giving more damage, reducing cooldowns. So as you'll see, the clones aren't going down quite as fast, but when we get down to the final showdown, it's just gonna be a lot nicer to watch, and you don't get that sort of scared feeling when gas stands up. So here we go, full team not crit there. I think Kylo gets crit, he did an advantage, but they're all survived and they've all got full health. That means none of their abilities have been put off cooldown, so they're all going to be able to use their abilities there. Yes, we lose Kylo Ren Unmasked, but you can just feel that there's a greater chance that it's going to be easier, and something like this is going to be a lot better for Grand Arena. You've got a good chance of keeping 4 to 5 characters alive here. Obviously, this is footage that is without the ultimates, but as of right now, it's only going to get better with ultimates. But we're using someone like Phasma. You could probably switch out Hux and Sith Trooper for First Order Officer and First Order Stormtrooper most likely, and this will still work. So you're really mixing up your First Order teams, and you're probably going to keep a lot more characters alive. Let's jump into the second battle here, and it's exactly the same. But I just really like what Phasma brings to the team. I think the extra assists are actually really nice as well. Now, this team isn't going to be good against any other team. I think this is a gas-only counter, and Kylo in the lead is going to be better against pretty much every other team. Sith Empire, especially Rey. We've seen that Kylo is such a great counter to Rey already. But against gas, I just feel like this is probably the best counter right now if you're talking about a full First Order team, because you're not going to want to be using your Sith Empire with your Kylo. We've seen Kylo teams with Sith Empire auto gas with what, etc. You're not going to want to use that in Grand Arena. You might not even want to use that in Arena because you're going to be bored of that team by now. It's been meta for however many months. So this team seems more fun to me, and it's like a throwback type team using Phasma. I love that. And here we go. Look, bang. None of them are critically hit. Just pause that there. They've all got advantage. None of them are critically hit. They're all in good shape, and it's going to put them in a lot better shape to win the battle. And he's going to be countering still gas, but people are still alive. Like Kylo would have died there. He's still alive now. And in terms of banners, I mean that's pretty precious. And we've seen Kylo lose a lot as a lead to gas, so he's not going to lose in this lineup, in my opinion. So that's all for the video today, guys. Hopefully we can get some more footage of this, because I really do think that there's a lot of potential. But I just wanted to show you guys that, and I think this is going to be a counter to gas, and something that can utilise a once obsolete character. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe and all that stuff. I'll see you on the next one.